Good day, everyone. My name is Steven, and in this video, I will talk about four investing myths. So, these are four lies that people may believe about the subject of investing. Now, before I get started, I want to talk a little bit about why I'm doing this. I live in Taiwan. I've been living in Taiwan for about 3 years now. And something that I've learned over the past couple of years is that the subject of investing has a very bad reputation. Um, there are a lot of negative connotations associated with the word. And I was trying to figure out why that was. Um, and I think after talking to a couple of people and even reading the news, I read the newspaper quite regularly. I realized that this topic and even in the investing field, there's a lot of deception, a lot of dishonesty, greed, lying, and I wanted to mention maybe I guess a specific example. I googled Taipei Times investment fraud or investment scam. And there are a bunch of results that came up, but this was probably the most recent one. So if you want to do that, you can also look online on Google. Um, a fairly recent article in the Taipei Times, November 2020, so just about 7 months ago. I'm not going to read the whole article. You can pretty much see it there for yourself. But here it talks about how there are 6 executives from an industrial company that defrauded over 100 people out of $600 million. Okay, so quite a lot of money, and so and it's sad whenever I read stuff like this because these are 6 people defrauding over 100 people, and $600 million is a lot of money. I mean, that's just really, really sad. I mean, if you divide that evenly among 100, I mean, that's already six million. So I realized that not everybody invested that much, but just assuming, I'm just guessing that everyone invested roughly about the same amount. So anyway, I wanted to, and because of stuff like this and maybe my personal experience, I wanted to clear some of the fog and also help people to come to a better understanding of this subject. Um, a lot of people that I talk to are really, really interested and they want to learn, but they don't really know anything or they don't know how to get started. So I said, you know what, I'm just gonna make some videos and so yeah, with that as background, let's go ahead and get started. So again, these are just four lies that people believe about investing, or I guess investing myths. So lie number one: investing is about getting rich quick. Okay. Now, while a small, very small percentage of people generally get rich quick investing in something, uh, the large majority of people actually get rich because of slow and steady effort over a sustained period of time. Now, those phrases, slow and steady effort, what I mean is that you're investing a fixed amount of money every single month for at least, and I say at least 10 to 15 years. Okay. Um, the longer the better. If you can do up to 30, that would be great, 30 or more. Now, this is also assuming that you are making money and saving money every single month and that you have this money that you can put away. If you can't save money every single month, then probably should not be investing it at all. So, you need to save money in order to invest it. And myth number two. So it's investing myth number two. Investing is only for experts or working professionals. Now, while it may be true that most people in the quote unquote investing field have formal education or professional experience, you don't need any of that. Okay, you don't need an advanced degree. You don't need professional experience. Okay, you can learn this by watching videos or reading a book, or let's say you have a friend in this profession. You can ask them. You can just say, "Hey, I want to learn this. Can I buy you a cup of coffee? And can you teach me about this?" Okay, and it can be done. So you don't need to be an expert. Investing myth number 3. Investing is gambling. Now, I remember a foreigner friend, she told me that she viewed investing as gambling, and I did some research on the word gambling. The root word actually comes from an Old English word which means game. So gambling means game. John MacArthur, he's one of the great thinkers of our time and a pastor. He had a great quote, which he said, "Gambling is an activity in which a person risks something of value to forces of chance." Okay, this is really the key phrase here. Whenever we talk about forces of chance, we mean like randomness. The the outcome is just completely beyond your control without any reasonable justification or expectation. Um, Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, investing is risk proof. Um, when you invest your money, there is still risk involved. Now, um, we'll talk later about, which investments are more risky versus less risky, but I don't want you to think that investing is going to eliminate risk. There's still going to be risk involved. Um, just like there is risk in anything you do, whether you buy property or open a business or even buy food from a restaurant that you've never been to. There is risk involved. Okay, so um, risk is everywhere and in everything we do. So there's no way to avoid risk. But to say that investing is betting on something where the outcome is a result of randomness, I reject this idea completely. And lastly, investing is only about making money. Now, this may seem self-evident, but I think most people, when they are interested in an investment opportunity, they like to think of, or they like to think about all the money they're going to make and all the possibilities. And they never really stop to think about, well, there is the possibility that you could lose your money. You can lose everything. So that's why I like to tell people, you need to be careful. And also later we will talk about more risky, less risky investment types, how to minimize risk. But you also need to consider the possibility that what you invest, you may also lose. Are you okay with that? Are you willing to really not just invest your financial property or your financial resources, but this can also be an emotional investment. So it can be very depressing when you put your money in something and the outcome is just nothing. So please be careful before you really put your money in anything. Stop and think about it, or maybe ask someone that you trust and that is knowledgeable in this field. Do your own research. Don't just take things at face value, question or do your own research. So, those are the 4 investing myths. So, I hope you learned something from this, and thank you for listening.